Welcome to Aggressor Adventures. Meet Jay Roberts, Operations Manager.
I was born in Clearwater, Florida. Didn't live there for too many years. My parents moved us, me and my brother, to Arkansas, a little town called Dover, just outside of Russellville. And that's kind of where me and my brother grew up, was there in Arkansas.
Jay reflects on his childhood and early education.
Well, elementary was a little different than it is today. It seems like we only did half days instead of these full days of school that everybody does now. So I think we had a little more time to ride bikes and mess around. So where we lived was about 2 miles from school, and starting in first grade, I would ride my bike to school and back home. And so me and my buddies, we'd always hang out for several hours after school, and even before school, maybe 30 minutes prior, we would meet up at a little low water bridge and go do some riding before school, and then after school do our cruising around until it was time to head home before the sun went down. I was involved in quite a few sports as well, so that took up a lot of time. Tried my hand at soccer, but that lasted like 2 seasons. Primarily was football, baseball, and basketball from age 8 until 18. So sports has always been a pretty critical part in my life growing up. And I think a lot of my drive and determination came from doing a lot of sport activities growing up. So high school, I think like most, ready to get out of it. You're at that point of I think I can make my own decisions now. I'm ready to move on. So fond memories, of course, but yeah, I think I was one of those excited ones to get out and move on to college. So that's what I remember most anyway, was that getting that diploma and going for the next step.
His parents were a powerful and positive influence in Jay's life.
They're a lot of fun even today. Of course, they're retired now, and they actually moved between Florida and Arkansas, but just based on the season and what the temps are like. But always encouraging to both me and my brother. Basically, anything that we had thought we wanted to do, they were there to encourage and help us along. And whether it was a failure or a success, they were always there to guide and push us in the right direction.
Jay's older brother helped guide him as well.
Sometimes got in trouble, and we got through it together. But he's a little older than I am, but I still hung with him and got to learn quite a bit from him.
Pets have always been a part of his life.
Did have a few pets, dogs, cats. I wouldn't consider some of the farm animals much of pets, but we did have a few animals that we raised, some chickens and cow and that sort of thing. But yeah, primarily had a few different dogs through the years, and to this day we have a dog at the house. So,
in addition to his love for water, Jay also enjoyed other outdoor sports.
And then I was also into archery at a young age. So age 7 is when my dad started having me do some competitions with archery. And actually, by the time I was 8, I was a state champion for archery in my division, and kind of kept with that. We would do hunting and that sort of thing as well.
Jay had a special affinity that foretold his career as an adult.
Always had these dreams of trying to build something, and whether it was form a company and try to build something around that, but it always seemed to be this, I need to build something. And the diving kind of feels like that, because we're always looking for new destinations. We're always looking to expand, and and then we're building new yachts too. So that is, I think, very deep in me, and always has been.
He reminisces about his undergraduate days.
I think going away from the house and being 3 hours away really helped me in the sense of making my own decisions and hopefully making the right decisions. And I think just the fact that I was there on my own, I wasn't in a dorm with anybody. I was in my own space, and so it kind of gave me the I don't know, I guess the abilities to make choices and be responsible for those choices, because I was the only one there to make them.
Jay met his better half while he was working in Central America.
Well, we actually met in Belize. She's actually from El Salvador. She was living in Belize, and so when I worked as a captain in Belize, we weren't always at sea, and we had met there in Belize, and that spawned a relationship, and we've actually been together now for 12 years.
He shares his memory of his first saltwater dive.
My first real scuba dive in the ocean was in the Gulf of Mexico, out of Galveston. Chartered a boat, went out and dove around the oil rigs.
Jay truly enjoys relaxing and spending time with his family.
For just relaxing, I do enjoy doing a little bit of kayaking, obviously spending time with my wife and our son, and any new restaurants that might be happening, we like to go check out, and really just a lot of times just enjoying the back patio on a nice afternoon or evening, and do some stargazing and maybe have a beverage or two.
Aggressor Adventures, for your adventure of a lifetime.